Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Before and After Thought with your share as always, Queen Crazy K. Be sure to hit that follow, that like, that share, that subscribe button on both Instagram, both YouTube. Check out my new rapping videos, my new double podcast that I just put out. This podcast included WrestleMania, SmackDown, and Raw prediction and result videos and all that above. We are done on the road to WrestleMania. Tonight, Monday Night Raw Wrestling. I am ready for Monday Night Raw and the EST Raw Women's Champion. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about over the last week, including this weekend with WrestleMania and Raw and SmackDown, Hall of Fame, all that good stuff, everything you need to know, want to know, and more. And be sure to hit that follow, that like, that share, subscribe button on both Instagram and both YouTube. Totally free and support my channel, and I would appreciate it if y'all go ahead and did that. With that being said, we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna go over this past week on Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna show you my Friday night or Monday Night Raw wrestling and Friday Night SmackDown prediction. So this is my Raw 24 hours before WrestleMania and SmackDown prediction, and also WrestleMania prediction as well. Let's see. Wait.
As well. Now that's finalized what matches are happening, what's going on. So Friday Night SmackDown, I think that Braun Strowman and Ricochet will continue to show how they're a great tag team on SmackDown.
And they did continue to show why they're a great tag team.
Do a tag team match since Raquel already did hers last week and Liv Morgan as well already done theirs, so it's their turn to dominate with pure destruction. The baddest bitch on the planet, Ronda Rousey. And then a magician
And Ricochet and Braun Strowman did continue to show why they are incredible tag team on Friday Night SmackDown with the Street Profits who wanted the smoke and got the smoke and advanced their way to the Raw Tag Team Championship opportunity.
And Rhea Ripley was at the Hall of Fame of the late Eddie Guerrero in his car. And, sitting in
Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio first inducted into Hall of Fame in 2023 this year.
Charlotte and Rey Mysterio, but they didn't disrespect Eddie. They sat in his car a little bit. So I wonder how Rey Mysterio, seeing that, is going to react to that against Dominic. That he might just go off on him instead of just one hit to show him, hey, I'm ready for WrestleMania just as much as you are. When he accepted the challenge in the first place, and then
father versus his son isn't as easy as just some kid on the block to respect you. Yeah, I wanted Drew McIntyre to become Intercontinental Champion. But him and Sheamus want to be friends, want to be enemies, one or the other. Allow Gunther to remain Intercontinental Champion.
They both got back up, so it's pretty much even. Pretty much square in that department. And then my WrestleMania prediction, that's my Friday Night SmackDown prediction for tonight. Now, WrestleMania last minute prediction I'm going to do because you won't see me again until you'll see me tomorrow.
Double Before and After That podcast. Check it out. Rapping videos. Check it out. Raw and SmackDown edition. Check it out. WrestleMania position. Check it out. WrestleMania and Raw and SmackDown results. Watch, like, share, follow, subscribe, and screen YouTube. I was just talking about this podcast from this last week. Give you the inputs, the updates, Hall of Fame, all that good stuff.
Tomorrow, a couple rapping videos will be dropped, and Sunday will be another podcast. So be sure to have a lookout. And Queen Crazy
tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Peace.
Peace. Now this is my SmackDown prediction and Raw prediction. Here it is. Monday Night Raw.
I'm gonna do my Monday Night Raw tonight. Prediction. One last Monday Night Raw before
WrestleMania.
The greatest days of them all. You got
what we wait all year round for. WrestleMania, the greatest stage of them all, and it was the most sold out greatest stage of them all, WrestleMania this year as well. He could, but Universal WWE Champion still the Tribal Chief. He smashed his ass, as he would say. But the great American Nightmares earned the respect. Six-time United States champion, technically John Cena. Austin Theory cheated to remain United States champion, but the referee was down. The mind games I was talking about. And it advantaged him. Beast Brock Lesnar did demolish and conquer Omos. And that was a true boxing match. SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley over Charlotte Flair. Who even her, she can say she respected her for it, because I saw a great smile on her face, like, I'm proud of you. I wanted to push you to that level. Not more doubted her, but she wanted to push her because she knew she was capable of doing it. She knew she had more 3 years ago than what she was showing now. And that is why she's new SmackDown Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. The brutal nightmare. And she did, and she's still the EST all day, every day Raw Women's Champion. Can't wait to see the EST tonight, because I didn't see her last Monday. I better see her tonight. That's my favorite superstar. Don't play with me now. Seth freaking Rollins burning it down on Logan Paul at WrestleMania for what happened at Elimination Chamber. Along with Prime, who I thought it was R-Truth at first, but wasn't. Opening, performance of Becky G, meeting Zelina Vega with the new shirt from the Rey Mysterio crew. Then you had Little Lucy there, also performing. And possible match with Bobby Lashley that was made, who's in the Prime Wars. I thought was R-Truth, but turned out not to be. But it was a funny moment, and he challenged Bobby Lashley, who won his Battle Royal, as far as that goes. Some good shit, some captain. And this would be my Monday Night Raw results. They got the KO and Sami Zayn show. Got the American Nightmare one last match before he steps in the ring with the Tribal Chief. Appreciate you guys watching, liking, sharing, subscribing on the screen too. That's what that was about. A little playing Mario, Can't go out playing video games watching anime. Football and wrestling, man. So you got my football, my wrestling, my anime ring. Big time Bex getting the job done at WrestleMania, walking on. Or a tag team one champion who will be challenged by Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler picked it up, like I said was going to happen. That's going to be a good match. Lita, Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna in a dominating match. That is going to be a good tag team match. Hopefully on a Friday Night SmackDown, it seems like, because they're Friday Night SmackDown. But maybe they'll invite them to Raw. I don't know how that's going to go. But either way, it's going to be a good match. Advantage. Just like the Street Profits versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the Raw Tag Team Champions belt. That's going to be a good one, too. And then they just brawl fight it. And that was the result of WrestleMania 2. Solo showing Cody Rhodes that he was ready for him, but Cody Rhodes defeating him, showing he was even more ready to close this chapter, to finish the story. And Ali got in a fight, lost against Seth Rollins, almost demolished. He were to show his giantness against Brock. Brock were to show his beastness and defeat Omos, just like every other guy before him. But it was a true boxing match. You can see that was a true boxing match for Brock that he hadn't had in a few years. He used to be in the smaller men. The Street probably stirring it up, getting ready for that tag team match again. To be Raw Tag Team Champions again, just like Undisputed NXT Tag Team Champions as well. Demon Finn Balor handled so with the Radar Superstar Edge. To finish what was started when they brought into their family, was that Elimination Chamber. Been going on for months since then, or Extreme Rules, one of the two. And Paul Heyman, the gone out of character, who's been in the wrestling game for years. Theory, not afraid to put his money where his mouth is. United States champion, remaining. doesn't matter how he did it. It matters that he did do it because you know what superstar before him hasn't cheated at least once to pick up a victory. That's a great champion now too. You know they all done the same thing. Most of them. Rey Mysterio having some backup, like he did with Bad Bunny at WrestleMania to defeat Dominic. The Almighty Bobby Lashley winning that battle royal that he was preparing for. And Reed, the guy who he defeated to do that. The Boots has been on fire since he came back. And this time on Monday Night Raw instead of SmackDown. And that would close that deal for Raw prediction, SmackDown prediction, WrestleMania prediction, Raw and SmackDown, the WrestleMania prediction with the Raw results of it all. This is my rapping video called Mine. Go ahead and check it out. You already know how it is. How we feel, bitches want them out. Bitches want to be on their friends and always want to get this, want this for themselves, and always want everything benefits in front of themselves for themselves. And some of them bitches think they are friends, they give this and that. All they want to do is be a gold digger. They ain't shit, they ain't fast. They ain't got shit going for their life. That is mad because you got family and they don't. That is mad you got friends on the block. You think you gonna even try to get a duty, you can get it. They got 3 guys high that can't even get them and get it with the DMs even if they try. They just mad they ain't got shit going for their life, and I got goals and I got settings. It's like I got everything going for me, working out, training, wrestling, rapping, entertaining, podcast, doing what I do for me and my best. Speaking of truth, speaking of facts, I got nieces and nephews, I got a dog, I got a family. That's real life shit. Think about what they bring out once you find it for them. They just mad because I work for my money and they got to do the same for them. True. I'm more about me and myself and myself. Facts. My priorities is on to my yes, sir. My priorities for my friends and my fans that only support me, only support what I do for me. Word. Not some gold digger on the street. So whack ass bitch, you can't even get it, even if you can step in the DM. No, you just got served. To the other side, you still got to me. I already deleted you, already blocked your ass, already cut you off, man. Right. Deleted you, blocked you. What more you want? Come on now. You that obsessed with me? Come on now. Probably both. Gotta look over your shoulder like you a snake yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with a boy or a girl, transgender or bi. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it is wrong with people catching and spreading diseases like you. Got 3 who don't even want you. That's pretty sad. You so obsessed with me. I deleted and I blocked your ass. I got family and stuff going for me. You ain't got shit going for you. Mad cause you got a good way. You still not money. Nah, you gonna have to pay that back. Give a fuck about you. You gotta pay that back though. That's what's gonna happen whether you like it or not. True and facts. Doing me and myself and I. Anyway, that's source called mine. This will be my SmackDown. 24 hours before WrestleMania. Real unfortunate Austin Theory, Bianca Belair, EST, Sonya Deville, and Xavier Woods up, down, down. Host of 2023. Raven coming out with the press conference. Snoop Dogg, Money Champion. Ricochet and Braun Strowman showed how they're a great tag team together. But the Street Profits wanted and got the smoke to advance their way in the Fatal 4-Way for Raw Tag Team Championship, which got everybody out of their seat when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens won it against the Usos, just like Street Profits to verse them for the Raw Tag Team. That got everyone out of their seat and was a great match to watch. Then the Usos showing they're the greatest, getting a little bit of revenge later, still in history for over years, still the ones. The Universal WWE Champion, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, the American Nightmare, still getting the respect he deserves. And Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch, that is what they train all year around for, to win and do matches and things, high-flying moves like that. New SmackDown and Rhea Ripley. Charlotte, I think, with a smile on her face, says it all, that she was just pushing Rhea to her limits, that she did believe in her. She just had to tell herself that she didn't to push her because she knew she had a lot more potential than what she showed 3 years ago, and that is why she's our SmackDown Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. Boxing match of the night was Seth Rollins burning down Logan Paul. Satisfying match was Rey Mysterio beating Dominic with Bad Bunny out there, Lucy and Becky G performing. Had a challenger for Bobby Lashley won the Battle Royal. The Miz getting embarrassed only by Shane McMahon and Pat McAfee. Didn't expect them to come out here and do that. Didn't expect them to come out here and appear, but he did do it at SummerSlam, last WrestleMania, this WrestleMania, how Pat McAfee still stays in contact with the WWE, doing things like that, and then Shane McMahon himself coming out there and making the big money on the biggest stage in the mall. So that is what I think as far as, those are my Raw predictions, SmackDown, just Raw results, SmackDown results, WrestleMania 1 and 2. I just wanted to put my inputs and thoughts, and I did my Monday Night Raw prediction for the night and Friday Night SmackDown this week out. So according to that, I'm gonna show you my other rap video. Now, I think that mine was a good rap video. This Respond is okay, but I think that one was really a lot better and out of character. Had Paul Heyman, who's worked with Kurt Angle, he's worked with Brock Lesnar and now Roman Reigns, and he's been in there for years in the ECW, Raw, SmackDown. That he is the man to talk to, the mentor, whether you like it or not. And then the bump would have Rhea Ripley, like I showed last podcast. I talk about her being SmackDown 1 champion, now NXT 1 champion, SmackDown 1 champion. Talk about The Miz, Intercontinental champion, WWE champion, Mr. Money in the Bank, whether you like it or not, host of WrestleMania. Former women's champion Maurice, who was on there. Then you would have Seth freaking Rollins, who burned down Logan Paul, getting his mojo back at WrestleMania, what Seth has created. That is why it's Monday Night Rollins. And this is the Beast Brock Lesnar that I was going to show, watch and talk about and stuff if we get to that, because I thought that was going to be the dominating match of it all. Our Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair showing she's ready for Oxy, getting her revenge all day, every day, like we knew would happen. And then this, try a new vegan food. My sister's birthday, went to this new vegan restaurant, tried their food. Mac and cheese was good, but other than that, I'll go to the Italian place and spend money there. But mac and cheese wasn't bad. Celebrating her birthday with the kids. And love my skull shirt. I look awesome in it. Got the kids there, Niece and nephews and daughters talking about a new puppy, German Shepherd, Malamute German Shepherd. And this was a stand and deliver. Johnny Guerrero celebrating with his family and her WWE champion with Dexter there, and Johnny Guerrero putting the weight rights in. Leslie remaining NXT champion that they've been, North American champion that they've been first and 4 year round, with Camilo becoming the NXT champion over Brian Baker. And a tag team advantage for the women's tag team match, maybe opportunity. Showing better than you can tell he's not on their team just for their team to win, team chase. That would be an excellent way to talk about mind games. So that was Stand and Deliver as well from NXT from this weekend that I thought I'd throw in there, along with throwing SmackDown. I was talking about. This would be WrestleMania Part 1. Set 2 tag team titles, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, that got everybody out of their seats. SmackDown with Rhea Ripley, I think that was my favorite match. Rey Mysterio satisfying against with Bad Bunny's assist against Dominic. And Big Time Bex, that's what it's all about. So I choose the main event WrestleMania with Trish Stratus winning the 6-1 match. That's what they train all year about. Seth Rollins burning it down once and for all over Logan Paul. Technically 6-time United States champion John Cena, but Theory figured out a way to remain United States champion. The Prime, let's talk about Pat McAfee returning over the Miz. That anything can happen at WrestleMania. Zelina Vega meeting with, inviting and sharing the crew with Becky G to perform. And on there. And Bobby Lashley was challenged the Battle Royal. So it's like, now that he's won that, what he's going to do with it is the question. Is he Roman Reigns' next challenger, maybe? or what is it? And Raw Tag Team Champions want to be Raw Tag Team Champions again. The Street Profits wanting and granting this smoke because I mean they did a lot. They work so hard, they hype up the crowd, and they deserve to be Raw Tag Team Champions all over again. And what better than doing Sami Zayn and kind of maybe my Raw predictions for tonight. Let me pause this real fast. We had After the Bell with the great who was entered first in the Hall of Fame Legend in 2023 this year, Rey Mysterio. And we had a little bit of characters, a little bit of everyone's opinion and thoughts of what they thought was going to happen at WrestleMania is more of what it was for. American Nightmare on the Celtic Warrior workout. And then what I thought I was this thing here, you do your first name, your last name, and your birthday of what would happen as far as WrestleMania. And I got lucky to main event WrestleMania with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. According to the charts in the app. Nice day yesterday to walk. And free day today. Nice day to walk yesterday. Part 1 WrestleMania. Part 2 Hall of Fame WrestleMania. And chill today for Monday Night Raw. Don't care. That's what I found out there, man. All I should know was talking about. Now this is the other half, part 2 now, WrestleMania that I was just talking about. With the boxing match with Beast Brock Lesnar, Walmart, Shane Blazer, and Ronda Rousey win the tag team to versus Lita and Becky Lynch the tag team women's championship belts. And who knew the big money man himself, Shane, would show up? Who knew that? Anything could happen to WWE, let alone WrestleMania. The Hell in a Cell match was the hell of the night. Demon Female with the Radar Super Edge collaborated on top of Universe WWE Champion Roman Reigns. Of course, the Tribe Chief was going to remain. Six to have that. Let's see. So I was going to celebrate because I've already done the other ones. For the holiday match. I wanted to show you one more video that I made because I think we started to get into it but didn't finish it, all of it. It's right here called Responded. So, like I was talking about, with between all this going on, that those are what I thought the matches of WrestleMania. Not only my prediction for WrestleMania, for Raw, SmackDown, and WrestleMania, but what I thought about Raw and SmackDown, WrestleMania, what I would call the matches for this year if you were to ask the best, the worst, what could have been better, those sort of things. That's what you kind of got to look at, the highlights of what you think of it, the recap of it. And tonight on Monday Night Raw, I think the prediction that I can certainly come up with is a celebration for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But of course, the Street Profits, who are next in line to verse Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for those Raw Tag Team titles tonight in their celebration to get that stirred up. Now on our way to a Backlash. And then that would put the almighty Bobby Lashley, who won the Battle Royal. Maybe he wants to be next in line for Roman Reigns' Universal Championship belt. And what's next for the Usos as they lost their titles? What do they do now? Them and Solo, because sometimes they're on Raw, sometimes they're on SmackDown now, as far as just a regular tag team. And as far as that goes, I think that would complete Raw predictions for tonight And then, of course, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey in line for Lita and Becky Lynch's tag team women's opportunity. And that would complete, as far as I know, the Raw predictions for tonight. With that being said, now SmackDown, it's a little bit early, but I'm still going to do SmackDown prediction that it could go either way. With, like I said, with Roman and Bobby, it could either be Raw or SmackDown. With Becky and Lita, it could either be Raw or SmackDown. With Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, whether they want to do it SmackDown or Raw. It'd be cool if I got to see that live. With Backlash coming up, we need some matches, we need some go, we need some fire on that. And what's next for the EST? You know, she's Red Alexa, she's beating Alexa Bliss. You know, who will be stepping up to verse the EST for the Raw Women's Championship, as she is the second longest reigning Raw Women's Champion in history, Bianca Belair. And then the longest, what was it, since 82 or 84, one of the two. I think it was since 18 something or 82 or 90, it said. Trying to think what it said, 84 or 94. I know that it was the longest in history, and for a while they were doing the different charts and the different champions of who advantaged and who didn't at WrestleMania, and what was the longest one in history. Like, it wasn't none above the all, it was either equality or it was like second best. It was things like that that you can imagine that they're talking about. And I was going to show you this rap video here. That's why I'm, kind of like, oh, we're on schedule here, but it's alright. So it goes a little bit over, but just even if I show you little bits and pieces, because like I said, you can watch, like, share, follow, and subscribe on Instagram and YouTube and check it out for yourself. Queen Good Care right there. That you can check that out. So it's like how long they did a chart. It was a Hall of Fame chart. It more of a Hall of Fame than it was a WrestleMania, and it asks, oh, which one would you, put your first name, last name, first letter of it, and which one would you do? And that's what mine got paired with. And it's like you don't choose, you get what was on there on the list. And I got paired to main event WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. So how lucky am I to make the American Dream? So with that being said, I think the breakout character would be the breakout SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. Roman Reigns, longest Universal Champion in WWE history. Bianca Belair, second longest Women's Raw Women's Champion in history. And then, the Usos are still the greatest tag team champions in history. We know Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens has captured them to go against the Street Profits now. So that would be more as far as the championships, and then congrats. That's what the questions were asked. That's what they were meaning to say. And then you had on the Today Show a Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are tag team Raw and SmackDown tag team champions, and that's why I brought the greatest champions, because they were on the Today Show. Raw and Champion Bianca Belair, Raw and SmackDown tag team champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens today. If you missed that, and what as far as that, and what's the next thing? Not fate, but next journey and next opponent, as far as you would say that. And Finn Balor, I mean, him and Edge tore the house down. I mean, that's why it's Hell in a Cell. But man, that was a pretty rough one there. That was brutal, all bloodied up, face paint off, and all. That was a rough one. I really like Snoop Dogg hyping up the match between the Miz. That, I think that was the funniest part of it all. So you can more watch, like, share, follow, subscribe on Instagram and YouTube, and check out my other rapping video, because we're running out of time here. I was gonna show you it, but It's supposed to be a half an hour. It's okay if it goes a little bit overboard, because sometimes I get talking, and get to rattling, and can't control myself. But it's all good. It's okay. I'll see y'all next time. Watch, like, share, follow, subscribe on Instagram and YouTube. Totally free. Support my channel. Thank you all for doing that. And those of you who already done it, thank you for doing it. Even more for you to invite more to come and do that. And I will check you guys out next time. Queen Crazy K is out. Peace.